deep, heart-touching, and emotional summary of the 80-20 principle by Richard Koch. Introduction: a paradigm shift for life. Imagine a world where your effort and energy do not correlate equally with your results. What if the secret to success, happiness, and fulfillment wasn't in working harder, but in working smarter? Richard Koch's The 80-20 Principle unveils this extraordinary truth. 80% of what we achieve comes from just 20% of our actions. This revelation, derived from the Pareto principle, is more than a statistical anomaly. It is a lens to view and transform our lives. Koch's work is an invitation to break free from conventional thinking and embrace a life designed around simplicity, focus, and intention. The 80-20 principle is not merely a rule. It is a powerful universal pattern that governs the way the world operates. From business and productivity to relationships and happiness, its application offers profound insights. This book is not just a guide, it is a manifesto for living a meaningful life. Koch challenges us to take a closer look at everything we do and to courageously eliminate what doesn't matter. His words are not just practical, they are deeply emotional as they speak to the heart of what it means to live with purpose. The uneven balance of effort and results. The essence of the 80-20 principle is the understanding that effort and reward are not equally distributed. In any area of life, 20% of causes produce 80% of the outcomes. 20% of your work generates 80% of your productivity. 20% of your relationships provide 80% of your happiness. 20% of your activities create 80% of your stress. This realization is both liberating and unsettling. It challenges the long-held belief that success requires constant struggle and effort. Instead, it shows us that focusing on the critical few, the vital 20%, is the key to achieving disproportionate success. Reimagining productivity. Less is more. The principle shifts the paradigm of productivity from quantity to quality. Koch explains that most people are trapped in the busyness cycle, mistaking activity for achievement. We work long hours, tick endless tasks off our lists, and yet feel perpetually exhausted and unfulfilled. The 80-20 principle liberates us from this cycle. It reveals that the majority of our effort, the trivial 80%, contributes little to our success. Koch emphasizes the importance of identifying and prioritizing the high-value 20%, the tasks, projects, or strategies that yield the greatest impact. By dedicating our time and energy to these activities, we can achieve extraordinary results while working less. The shift from doing everything to doing the right things is not just practical, it is transformative. It creates space for creativity, rest, and the pursuit of what truly matters. The 80-20 principle in business. Koch's insights into business are particularly powerful. He explains that in most companies, 20% of products generate 80% of profits. 20% of customers drive 80% of revenue. 20% of marketing efforts produce 80% of leads. These patterns reveal the hidden inefficiencies in traditional business models. Koch encourages leaders to focus on their most profitable customers, their best-performing products, and their highest impact strategies. By doing so, businesses can achieve exponential growth while reducing costs and complexity. But the principle goes beyond mere profitability. Koch argues that businesses should prioritize simplicity. Complexity, whether in operations, product lines, or strategies, creates waste and confusion. Simplifying and focusing on the vital few leads to clarity, efficiency, and success. Transforming personal life. A heartfelt awakening. The 80-20 principle is not just a tool for success, it is a philosophy for living a fulfilled life. Koch's message resonates deeply on a personal level, as it invites us to reflect on what truly matters: the pursuit of happiness. Happiness, Koch explains, is not evenly distributed. A small number of activities, experiences, and relationships bring us the greatest joy. Yet, we often squander our time on pursuits that add little value to our lives. The principle teaches us to identify our happiness 20%, the people, hobbies, and moments that bring us the most joy, and to prioritize them relentlessly. For example, spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or immersing yourself in nature might be part of your happiness 20%. By focusing on these, you create a life filled with meaning and purpose. Relationships and love. Relationships are another area where the 80-20 principle offers profound insights. Koch reminds us that 20% of the people in our lives bring us 80% of our emotional support and happiness. By nurturing these key relationships, we can deepen our connections and create a more fulfilling social life. The principle encourages us to let go of toxic relationships or superficial connections that drain our energy and focus instead on those who truly matter. The pursuit of happiness. Happiness, Koch explains, is not evenly distributed. A small number of activities, experiences, and relationships bring us the greatest joy. Yet, we often squander our time on pursuits that add little value to our lives. The principle teaches us to identify our happiness 20%, the people, hobbies, and moments that bring us the most joy, and to prioritize them relentlessly. For example, spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or immersing yourself in nature might be part of your happiness 20%. By focusing on these, you create a life filled with meaning and purpose. Relationships and love. Relationships are another area where the 80-20 principle offers profound insights. Koch reminds us that 20% of the people in our lives bring us 80% of our emotional support and happiness. By nurturing these key relationships, we can deepen our connections and create a more fulfilling social life. The principle encourages us to let go of toxic relationships or superficial connections that drain our energy and focus instead on those who truly matter. A life of purpose, the emotional core of the principle. At its heart, the 80-20 principle is a call to live a life of purpose and intention. It asks us to reflect deeply on our values and priorities. What do we truly want? What brings us joy, fulfillment, and peace? The principle teaches us to design our lives around these questions. Koch's philosophy is profoundly emotional because it touches on the essence of what it means to live well. It speaks to the soul, reminding us that life is fleeting and precious. Every moment spent on the trivial, many is a moment lost from the vital few. This realization is both sobering and empowering. It challenges us to let go of distractions and focus on what truly matters. Practical steps to apply the 80-20 principle. Koch offers practical advice for incorporating the principle into daily life. 1. Audit your time and energy. Identify the tasks, people, and habits that fall into the critical 20%. 2. Eliminate the trivial. Many. Say no to low-impact activities and distractions. 3. Focus on strengths. Invest in your unique talents and passions as they often yield the highest returns. 4. Simplify your life. Reduce complexity in all areas, your work, home, and commitments. 5. Prioritize happiness. Consciously spend more time on the activities and relationships that bring you the most joy. A final, heartfelt reflection. The beauty of the 80-20 principle lies in its simplicity and universality. Koch's message is clear. You don't have to do everything to achieve greatness. You don't have to fill every hour to live a meaningful life. The principle teaches us to honor the power of less. By focusing on the vital few, we can unlock a life of abundance, joy, and peace. This is not just a strategy. It is a philosophy that redefines how we think about effort, success, and happiness. It is a reminder to live with intention, to cherish the things and people that matter, and to let go of what doesn't. Koch's words are a profound gift, offering us not just a way to work better, but a way to live better. In the end, the 80-20 principle is more than a tool for success. It is a pathway to freedom. It frees us from the chains of busyness and brings us back to the heart of what it means to live a truly extraordinary life. I hope you liked this book summary. For more such book summaries, please like,